Hello, everybody. Oh, my thing
We're
is
live.
funny. We're live. Here we are. My thing is sticking out really funny. Anyway, that's okay. Welcome, everybody. I'm
Let us know where
Melody.
you're tuning in from.
What? Yeah.
I said,
What?
let us know where you're tuning in from. What's today?
Yes. What is today? Wednesday?
I always go live on Fridays, so I almost said happy Friday.
Yeah, I think it's Wednesday.
Wednesday.
It's tell me if this is how you guys are at your house. I was at a show over the weekend. Yeah. As Bethany was at a show last week. She was in Chicago at H&H last week. I was in Detroit last weekend, and I came home. It was Mother's Day.
Yeah.
Family stuff all day, went straight to work on Monday. I don't know what day it is because I feel like I haven't had a minute off for like 2 weeks. So I have no idea what's going on.
I was at H&H in Chicago last week. I was in Oklahoma at a retreat. So like I literally come home to do laundry and then bounce right back out, right? Like, so
yes.
It's just the time of year. It's show season. There's all sorts of stuff going on. Summer's approaching. Schools are wrapping up. My son just came home from college. So that was another crazy thing. I know. I'm so excited.
That's so glad he's
home for the summer. I know. And so there's just like, it's a lot. And it's not just us, Melody. It's everybody I've talked to is like, there's so much. It's just that time of year.
And that actually makes me feel a little better because I feel like, well, and tell us if it's like this where you guys are. It's not this so much for Bethany, but for us here in Utah, we don't know whether we're coming or going with, is it cold today? Is it hot today? It's just everything is like, it's summer. No, it's not summer. Oh, it's still winter. It's snowing today in the mountains. Like, I don't know whether I'm coming or going, all of those things.
Yeah. I don't know how you guys do that right now. Like every time we get on a call and you're like, it's raining, it's snowing, it's 80 degrees. And I'm like, okay, well, it's consistently beautiful here. You should just move to Tennessee.
You know what? I'm tempted. I'll tell you that right now. I'm more than tempted to do that. I would love some consistency with that because it's like in the mornings, we turn the car heater on. By the time we go home at night, I have to blast the air conditioner. The next day I have to wear a sweater. The next day it's so hot I have to wear a tank top. Like, I don't know what to do. We don't know what's going on. We don't know, but that's okay.
I wish I could say it doesn't get like that from time to time, but you guys have it pretty bad. So, well,
it's every spring and every fall. That's what happens, but it's okay. We never know, but it's okay. Hello, Marie. Marie Isabella is here from North Carolina.
Like, the summer's coming and things are warming up and we are definitely moving away from the winter, which I think is what we're all hopeful for.
Yes. We're hopeful for that. Hello, Jana. Welcome from Missouri. 12 Breed Love. Welcome. And Maria Isabella. We're excited. Listen, guys, we are excited to be here. We are, Nathan and I were here the other day to launch our Memorial Day series. We are excited to come to you every day or every couple of days, not every single day, but every couple of days to show off some of our products, show off some of our favorite bundles. We have sales going on. We're pretty excited about that. It's like, that's the day where you finally feel like summer's actually starting, right? Like Memorial Day, like summer's actually coming.
The pools have officially opened. It's, summer weather. It's truly like schools are wrapping up if they haven't already. I mean, it really is kind of like kicking off like a new season. And then we have that until about Labor Day. And so for me, like this is like peak season for me. I love the warmth, even here in the South. I love it. So I'm excited for it. Sunny Arizona. Hello. So
see, I can't handle the humidity where you are. That's the thing for me. I'm not good with the humidity.
Well, I mean, I work from home inside, so AC.
So as long as the AC doesn't break, we're good.
Yeah, exactly. So we're going to talk about some of our Memorial Day sales stuff today. And like Melody said, her and Nathan kind of kicked it off yesterday with a live. So if you missed that, you'll have to go back and watch it later. Not right now, because we're hanging out.
Not right now. Don't leave us.
But we're going to go over some of that today. And we're going to highlight some of my personal favorite products. Of course, if you did catch the live yesterday, you probably already know that we have a huge sale. Melody, I've been with the company for a little while now, but you've been with the company the longest out of all of us. Have we ever done a sale this great before, especially around Memorial Day and this long, like over this amount of time?
No, like usually, usually what we would do is we would have a sale when we would remember to have a sale. And usually it was like, oh, Memorial Day's Monday. We're not in the office. Maybe we should have a sale.
And that's Friday afternoon before.
Shoot, let's do that quick. This time we're starting a little early because we know everybody's got plans coming up. Summer's starting, Memorial Day travel,
distractions, and we know that you cannot see it in a short amount of time. So we kind of stretched the time out a little more and gave you a head start.
Yes, it's a head start, which is better for planning because we like to have things planned. It doesn't always stay that way. Bethany and I like to have things planned. Our lives don't. They're not really conducive to that idea most of the time, but we like it when we can. And so we like to do things ahead of time, if at all possible. And so that's kind of one of the reasons we've started. And also like we get to come and see you guys and like highlight more things. Cause that's the other thing. Like if we waited to start all of this, it would be like, go look at the sales, good luck, find what you can find, we're out. And we don't want to do that. We want to be a partner with you to help find what you're looking for and what you need and let you know what you can do with our products. Our products are here to solve problems and to help you with your crafting and your sewing and your quilting and your paper crafting. And that's what we're trying to do. Yeah.
So our sale, and I'm just going to pop it up on the screen because you guys talked about it yesterday. So it's not a secret unless you have not seen that yet. Memorial Day 25 is the code, and it gives you 25% off CutterPillar products on our website.
Yes.
So all of our CutterPillar products are 25% off.
Which is nutty.
Does that include bundles, Melodee?
So funny you should mention that, Bethany. We're going to talk about one of our bundles today because yes, it does. It includes bundles. The bundles are already discounted because you know if you're bundling products, this is an extra discount. While our website doesn't really allow coupon stacking, what we were able to do is we discount our bundles. They're always discounted because then you can get everything in one package. That's the thing. Like you want everything all together. You don't have to think as much. We have too much to do as it is. So you can get all things in one, everything you're looking for at once. A little bit of a discount on that. Then you can use Memorial Day 25 and you can get 25% off of the already discounted price, which is so crazy. It's so phenomenal. And Beth and I were talking about what we were going to show today. And it's kind of like we had the same thought at the same time because this might be both of our absolute favorite bundle that we have.
I have to say, I remember when we rolled out with some of these products kind of at the same time and how they just, for me, instinctively worked together. And then I went to you and I was like, I need you to make this a bundle. Yes. I need this to be a bundle. This is a genius bundle. It's how I use them. I use these things together that we're going to showcase. And so I was like, if I use them and reach for them every single time I'm running out the door, then I know I'm not alone and we need to make this a special bundle. So not only are what we're going to show you today, all of these individual products are going to be 25% off with that Memorial Day 25 code. But if you don't have any of them yet, get them as the bundle that I'm going to show you. And then you get the bundle discount plus the Memorial Day 25 on top of that. So truthfully, like,
this is the thing to do.
Show it. You want to just show it?
Well, this is I want to say also the other reason like that this is.
Oh, we lost your audio.
Okay. I was getting a phone call. Oh shoot, I answered it. I answered it by accident. Hold on. Brett, I'm gonna have to call you back.
Okay. Why is the owner calling while we're live?
No, it's so listen, I am technologically challenged and we have this really cool studio set up. Nathan is not here today I don't quite understand the wires in and the wires out and all of these things. And so I couldn't get the front camera hooked up. I got my overhead one hooked up, but I couldn't get the front one hooked up. And so I'm on my laptop. And so my cell phone is attached to my laptop. And so it rings through. All of y'all have that problem, I'm sure, sometimes when you're just at home and all of a sudden your laptop is ringing and you're like, wait a second, where's my phone? Oh, I'll just answer it on my laptop, whatever. Anyway, pardon me for that. But
we love it. We hate it. Technology.
Yes. But so the reason we're talking about this bundle is, okay, I want you guys to put in the chat if any of you have travel plans for Memorial Day. Let us know where you're going. I don't usually go places for Memorial Day. It's funny. My husband was in the restaurant business for 20 years. And so holidays now, he just wants to be home. Like he was always working and always busy and all that stuff. And he just wants to be home. And so we don't typically go places for Memorial Day. We'll do the typical, we'll have a barbecue, we'll get the family over if they want to come over, and those kind of things, but we don't go places. But I know a lot of people go places. And so I'm wondering if any of you guys are going places, because I want to know, because like road tripping is not my thing. I don't love that, but I know a lot of people do. But what we're going to show you today is perfect, whether you're a homebody on the holidays like me, whether you're road tripping, whether you're going on an airplane, any of those things. This is the perfect thing to take with you.
Yeah. So Deborah said there's too much traffic to go on a holiday. I would have to agree with Deborah. So
I agree with that
if you're
too.
not traveling over Memorial Day weekend, if you've got a summer vacay planned, give us some inspiration of where we should be going, because Melody and I are going to need a break at some point this summer, and maybe a beach.
Speaking of, I think Bethany has a little weekend plan this summer. I have one planned this summer.
I do. I travel a lot throughout the year, and surprisingly, my summer, I don't really have any big trips planned, but I do have all of my trips revolve around sewing to some capacity. And that's the case here. I don't really like do a family vacation. I just travel to sew and hang out with my friends. I can see my family.
You know what? I think that's great. I have a couple little weekend trips planned, and we actually do have a big one planned in August, but I'm going to see the Backstreet Boys at the Sphere in Vegas with my daughter.
So jealous you didn't invite me.
I mean, hey, if you can get a ticket, dude, I'll be there on the 19th. Come join me. Like, it'll be fun.
I would in a heartbeat. I would in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
All right, so you're doing what else this summer?
So my oldest is turning 30.
Oh, exciting. That's a
and she's the one who's the mother of my grandson. So his birthday is in a couple of weeks and her birthday is in July. And so we are kind of two birds, one stone, going to Legoland.
Oh, Legoland is so fun.
Legoland is so fun. We took him there a couple of years ago, about 3 years ago. My husband and I took, just the three of us went, and it was so much fun. And so we're doing that. And then, and that's just for a couple of days. And then Leslie, I'm sorry. I'll bring photos back, guys. I'll bring videos and photos back. I'm so excited. We're so excited
to log in and stream from the concert.
I'll stream from the Sphere. I'll log in and stream from the Sphere. My middle daughter is coming with me there. She's kind of my concert buddy. She's been to 6 Backstreet Boys concerts with me. I invited my son. He didn't want to come. My older daughter couldn't take time off of work for both things. My husband didn't want to come. So we're going. But then my husband and I have a big trip celebrating a dear friend of ours turning 80th birthday in August. And so we're going with the family for that too. So I do have a bit going on this summer.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. I feel like I need to add some things, but I also kind of am looking forward to just being home for a little while, because I've had some pretty big trips. I mean, I went to Australia earlier this year. I did Oklahoma. I did Chicago. I did Wisconsin. Where have I not been?
Where have you not? You were in Utah. Well, I guess that was the end of last year. You came out here.
Yeah. And there's some other things in there too. I don't even remember. It's all a blur, and it's kind of hard for me to believe that we're already talking about Memorial Day and how it's already almost the end of May.
I know.
But I'm here for it, and like you, we travel a lot for fun, for work, for family, for crafting. It's all great. And again, what we're talking about today for our CutterPillar products really does highlight those products that we take on the road with us. And especially, it's like whether you're traveling for an overnight, or if you're just going to a sewing club meetup or a class in your community for a few hours, these products are what I always bring with me, and which is why they are a personal favorite of mine. And I have no shame in saying that, because I have all of them. But these are the ones that they're always out. They're always on the go with me. And we're going to talk about those. So what we're going to talk about is our travel bundle, which I'm sure
our mini travel bundle.
Our mini travel bundle. It's 3 core products that all work together to be able to take your crafting on the go. Whatever type of crafting you're going to be doing, sewing, quilting, it doesn't matter. And so I'm actually going to share the website real quick. So you guys can see the bundle, and then we're going to go through the products, and you can ask us any questions you have about these. Let me pull. Oh, there we go.
There it is. There you go.
So this is our
mini
bundle.
Yes. That is our mini travel bundle. I don't have my reading glasses on. That is our mini travel bundle. It is already discounted on the website. If you use code Memorial25, you can get an extra discount. So it includes the 3 pieces that you see there, and we're going to go through each of them. It's the perfect size for traveling. It comes with a little tote that you can put everything in, and it's the best thing ever. It is the best thing ever.
So we're going to talk about these real quick because they truly are like the best like the ones truly that I use the most. And Melodee can attest to that.
She does.
Let's definitely go over these. So the first one, which one do you want to talk about first?
Let's do our little.
Okay. I've got all mine tucked away over here.
Oh, see, I've got them out. So this is our Glow Mini. So this is our, well, I can't say it's our newest light board anymore because we have the new Classic and the new Premium too. But this is the first one that we made with this molded plastic base. So this molded plastic base keeps everything, really nice in there, and it's a little more lightweight because of that. It's built more like an iPad is, and so it's really, really sturdy. And you've got this whole plastic base that you have the corners that kind of helps protect everything, which is phenomenal. It's just, it makes, I didn't think this would make a difference, but it makes a difference. And this thing is so lightweight. Like you could do cartwheels with it.
It's nothing.
It weighs nothing. Like it's nothing. She's so cute.
I love it. And it's got several light settings here, and it just keeps getting brighter. So there's 4 different light settings. Truthfully, like my most used probably light board, because like I said, I do travel a lot. I have a sewing club that meets once a month. I'm going there Saturday. So it was great that you said, let's talk about these, because as soon as we're done talking about them, I'm going to pack them all up and set them aside so I don't forget to take them with me on Saturday to sewing club.
Amazing.
But it does include the translucent self-healing cutting mat that goes right on top and fits edge to edge. So I can glow and cut and everything right here. And a lot of the projects that I take with me to sewing club are smaller projects that I can do in a smaller space because I don't have to spread out when there's a bunch of other people around. And so I try to be conscious of that. And so I take a lot of foundation paper piecing with me because I can do it in smaller scale. And as you were saying, it's very lightweight. So I will set it in my lap. I'll sit it in my lap and I'll be sewing, and then I can trim and everything and trace, and it's wonderful. Or I can sit it right next to the machine if I want to, but its size is truly perfect. And I wanted to show, let me see if I can switch to my overhead camera real quick while you share about your favorite features real quick.
No, it's very similar to yours. The size of it, the thing, I travel a lot as well. I go to a lot of shows, but my shows are not usually traveling in the car. I'm usually on an airplane because I tend to go to the ones that are a little further away from Utah, which I also love. The thing that I love about it is it's the perfect size for the little tray table on the airplane. And you can plug that USB cord into the little portable or the little charging port thing that's on the little TV. And so you can do your crafting while it's on the airplane. You could do it on your lap as well, but you can set this right on top of there. My friend and I were doing little diamond art Christmas ornaments on the plane coming home from a show one time. It was a late night flight and we had the lights really low, but people didn't love that it lit the cabin up pretty well because it did. It's pretty bright. But it was fun. We did that and it was lovely. We have a quick question. Deborah Morgan asked when the mini cutting mats will be available separately. I think they are now. They just came into our warehouse, but after we're done here, I will double check and make sure that they're live on the site. They should be live on the site. You should be able to find them. They just came in and they were just received at our warehouse to be able to ship. Excuse me, they had to do some stickering and some packaging on those when they first came in. So I'm not 100% sure that they're available, but they should be. If not, I'll make sure that they are by today. So if you do need a replacement mat, you can find those on the website. The other thing that's really cool about these mats that come with the light boards is that they are textured on the back, which is so great because it doesn't slide around when you're trying to cut on it either. It's because it rests on the top of this slick acrylic. And then you can keep it nice and secure, and it's not going to slip around while you're cutting on it.
Yeah. And so here, just to show you what I was talking about with my foundation paper piecing, this is the little sample heart that I pieced together using a foundation paper piece template. I like to color mine in with the colors that I'm using. So this one would be with like the blue heart with the orange on the outside. This one's the orange heart with the blue on the outside. So it just helps me visually for color matching. And it's a great tip for beginners with FPP or foundation paper piecing. But when you do foundation paper piecing, you start with your fabric on the back side and then you flip it over and you're lining up your next piece. And you have to make sure that you've got enough fabric to cover that. Being able to see everything through the light board and then trimming along these lines through the light board is an absolute game changer with foundation paper piecing, because then I can easily line up my ruler and use my rotary cutter right on top of my light board because I have this cutting mat, which is fantastic. Now, obviously you can use the light board without the cutting mat. You know, maybe
you could trace and stuff right on there.
Art, maybe you're doing something else. People like to trace their hand embroidery designs. Yeah, that's a great way to do it. So again, there's so many great things that you can use this board for. And, you know, one of the things that's not in the bundle that we like to talk about when we're talking about this mini light board is the magnets. So I wanted to just quickly highlight them because of what you were saying, like doing the diamond art and those kind of things. This is an easy add-on to the bundle. So while you're using that Memorial Day 25 code, did you know that our light boards have these little magnets built in? And so you can use our really strong magnets to hold things in place. So if you are tracing, and by the way, I'm doing this through the cutting mat, but you can do it without the cutting mat too.
That's the thing that's so great about this is the magnets are super duper strong, and the mini light board has 4 metallic plates already built into it, right here across the top, and then right here again across the bottom, or the long sides, whichever way you want to look at that. And yeah, they'll go through that magnet. And now the magnets are not included in the midi travel bundle that we're talking about right now, but they're on the website. They're included in the sale. You can add those onto your bundle, and then you can have the magnets as well.
And you get them for 25% off as well.
You'll get them for 25% off as well.
So you might as well.
I mean, while it's on sale, you might as well. I mean, they're so great. They're so cute too.
We
always joke about how cute they are
because they're little. I call them little green thumbs.
Yes,
they're little green thumbs, and you won't lose them. They're always together. They're always connected to each other.
I will tell you what, if you do lose them or you think you lost them, look around for anything metallic around you, because that's where they're going to be.
Anything metal, and you'll find them. It's also so funny finding needles. I have picked them up, and my needle was attached to it, and I was like, oh, that's where that went. All right, so this is the first thing.
Yeah, that's amazing. It'll do that. When we're at shows and we're showing like tote bags and things like that, they will sometimes like flip around.
Yeah.
And get stuck to our tote bags. So.
Oh, that's too funny.
Yes.
That's too funny. All right, so the next thing that we want to highlight in our bundle.
I don't know if you guys can hear me. I think we're having mine's having a little connection issue going on.
I can hear you. You just weren't moving. So. It should catch up. Can you hear us? Can you hear me? I think she's having a bit of a connection issue. So if you guys are seeing that as well, just let us know in the chat. We'll get it sorted out. It's the joys of going live. But I'm going to continue while Melodee is frozen. So let me switch back over to this camera.
You can hear me. I'm just frozen. You just go ahead, because I'm like.
That's what I'm going to do. Okay, so our next product in our travel bundle is our mini flip and fold, which is our smaller of our 2 flip and folds. We have a bigger one, which is fantastic, but we have a smaller one. It's the flip and fold 36, and it gets up to 24 by 36 in size. Now, I'm going to do my best to showcase this sitting down and on this table, because it does get a good size. Like, it's pretty fantastic. This is my cutting mat that I take with me. So this is a 5-in-1 cutting mat. And by the way, on the back, it shows you all the different sizes, and there's a QR code that you can scan. So if you need help figuring out how to unfold and fold it back up, then you can watch that little video. However, it's pretty intuitive, and I'm going to walk you through it right now. So what I always do is I take my flip and fold, and this is the same for both the mini and the big one. But I always have, there's 2 little puzzle piece tabs on this side, and there's 1 on this side. So when you are sitting it on the table in front of you, have the tabs closest to you, and the 2 should be to the right. And you're just going to open it like a book. So there you go. So we already had, you can just use this smaller size. It's like 8.5 by 11. is your grid here on this top side. When we open it up, this is mat number 2. So again, if we need just a little more space, we're at a sewing retreat or a club meetup or taking a class and we don't have a whole lot of room to spread out, but you kind of want a little mat next to you. It just makes it a little more efficient. So you have to keep getting up and going to a cutting station. This one is 11 by 17. We've got a little bit bigger here. Then you can flip it over. You're going to open it up again. This is mat size number 3. And we do have a little puzzle piece. I know it's kind of hard to see with it on the table, but there's a little puzzle piece right here. So you just want to always make sure that when you see one of those, that you press it down and lock it into place to get that nice flat surface with no issues whatsoever. This one is 36 by 11. Then we can open it up completely and push these little puzzle pieces down. Let me see if I can snap those in place. It opens up a good size. This one is our 24 by 36. Okay. And so this is mat number 4, but you're probably going, you've opened it all the way. Where is mat number 5? And that's where you are going to fold it in half. We're going to fold it in half. And there you go. Mat number 5. Voila. So this one is what, 18 by 24? This is a really good size for next to your machine. So again, you have 5 mats in one. Melodee's back. I went through all 5 mats.
I saw that. I was able to watch it. I wanted you to be big because like it folds out so big. I didn't want to pop back on until you could kind of see that. So the thing about these mats are they're kind of a new non-toxic material, which is really great. So I've talked to people who are like, can I cut my cake decorating fondant on there? And I'm like, yeah, you can. I mean, not if you've already cut fabric on it, but if you haven't yet, then for sure. But the other thing that's so cool about this mat, especially as we're talking about moving into the summer months and moving into the traveling and maybe taking it camping or on a road trip with you or whatever.
Outside.
It gets hot out there. And we did some tests on these materials. Like how many of you guys, tell me how many of you guys have left your mat in the car ever and it's come out like this? And then it's so tragically sad when this happens. And then the mat is done, like you're done.
It's like crying over spilt milk because you did it to yourself, but it's just, it's so upsetting. And then once you get one of these, it's like, I don't have to worry about that. And this is a prime example. Like I go to my sewing retreat all day on a Saturday and I get done and I get home and the last thing I want to do is unload my entire car of stuff.
Yes.
So sometimes I just let it sit in the car, which is probably not the best, but I do. I'll admit it. And that includes mats. And I ruined my fair share of mats over the years, but I don't have to worry about this. I don't have to worry about this. And you guys saw how quickly that folded up. I literally just grabbed it and it's so, it will only open and close in certain ways. So you can't like mess it up.
You cannot fold it wrong. You cannot fold it wrong. But yeah, this is how when we did the tests of all the mats, this is the material that our mat is made out of. And this is how it came out. Like they came out just great. Now, so if you leave it in the hot car, it's not a big deal.
One of the questions we get a lot is, okay, it's a foldable mat. Once I do open it up, am I going to get a miscut? Does it lay flat enough to not get a miscut? So if I'm cutting fabric with my rotary cutter and my ruler, am I going to get a miscut over where those gaps are for it to fold up into different sizes? And honestly, the answer is no.
The answer is no for two reasons. Yeah. So as long as you have your little puzzle pieces that Bethany showed you snap together, make sure you snap those and then you're totally good. It stays completely flat, especially when you have a ruler on top. It helps hold it down as well, but it stays completely flat that way. The other thing is the way the grid is put on this mat is it is not on any of the folds or any of the gaps. It is not on any of the pieces. It's not on any, it stays like it's just to the right or left of that. And so you don't have that issue. So, which is so great because
your ruler and your fabric, it's not where it folds. It's just off to the side is what she's saying.
Right.
So you don't have to worry about like, oh, I can't line up my fabric here because that's where they come together and my blade will go between those. No, that's not going to happen. So not only do you get a smooth cut going across across these pieces as they fold out, but you also get a smooth cut because your lines are not on top of where it folds. So, I mean, there was so much thought that goes into this. And one thing I always like to point out, and let me switch to my overhead camera real quick. Do you see all of these additional measurements across here? So I don't know about you guys. I'm not the best at remembering which little line. I got the inch mark, I got the half, and I got the quarter, but all these other little ones, I get them mixed up all the time, and they're there. They're there for you. They're there down the side, down the bottom. So if you're like me and having to Google what a ruler, all the little marks on a ruler are every other week, because it just for some reason will not stick.
Well, yeah. Like the last thing we want to do is math with fractions, right?
I can't be alone. I can't be alone. So just to have this here, because, you know, I have all of my little cutesy rulers, but they don't all have those measurements on it. And so to have it here is so helpful. Plus you have all of the different angles. You have the 15, 30, 45, 60, 75. I mean, you have all these different angles. So if you were doing any sort of like cutting on the bias or making certain types of strips or anything, you have that to work with as well. I mean, it truly is a wonderful mat. A wonderful mat.
It really is. And I'm over here moving on a little bit so that we can show you.
Are you packing up? Are you packing up already?
I'm packing it up. So probably my favorite part about this little mini travel bundle is our tote bag that comes with it.
I would have to agree.
I just filled up the little tote bag with both the mini light board and the mini flip and fold in this cute little bag. This fits in my carry-on bag in my like computer slot when it's just like this. So like if I want to go on a little trip and not bring work with me, I can take this instead. So you can slide it right in there. So I'm going to open this up. It really is so great. It opens up like a book. Bethany's got hers there. And you can fit both of these items in here. So I've got my mini light board here with the little Velcro tab here. I've got my flip and fold here on this side. You can swap them. It doesn't matter which side you put them in, like whichever you want to put them in is totally fine. And then you've got your extra pockets here. Bethany, can you flip to my overhead for a second? There we go. So you've got these extra little pockets, which I love that this little pocket right here is mesh. Because it being mesh, you can see what tools that you accidentally throw in there. Because I don't know about you guys, but like I always forget where I organize things and I can't see that stuff sometimes. And I'm frantically looking for things all the time. So one of them is mesh. So the stuff that you need to remember, you can find right here. And then you have another pocket here that isn't. So you can put other stuff right in there. So like I was saying, I just wanted to show you, like I put my light board on this side and my flip and fold on this side. But if you want, you can swap those and it's totally fine, because sometimes I put them in this way. Like I'll put the flip and fold in this side that has the little Velcro. And then I will put my light board on the other side and I will travel this way. It just kind of depends on what you're feeling for the time. And then you can travel with it that way. And then you've got your pocket on the front. You've got an extra shoulder strap and a briefcase handle. And guys, this is the cutest little bag that we have. It's the cutest one. It's my favorite little bag. It is so cute.
I was trying to, sorry for all the camera changes. I was trying to, you know, sometimes this thing just has a mind of its own.
It does sometimes.
There we go. But I don't know why it's not putting you. There we go.
There we go.
Okay. Sorry, guys. You know, you'd think I hadn't done this before. So I have my little kit here too. And like you said, I will put mat and board in different places. But one thing I like to show is even with these little puzzle piece tabs, like they're not going to get bent in this fold because this is the fold here. This is the whole space. So you have room for those little tabs to fit. These pockets are a must-have. I always keep my magnets in here. I can put my pattern fabric pieces in here, and then my charger is in here as well for this, for my light board. And I typically will put my light board on this side. Now, excuse the random button. I have to share a funny little story. I had a sewing retreat a couple weeks ago in Oklahoma, and one of the attendees is known for sneaking buttons into people's belongings. So when they get home, they just spill out everywhere. So I took my mini Aliso iron in its little case to Chicago for H&H. So I'd have a little ironing station, and I had buttons fall out of that. I've had buttons fall out of everything, and I just opened this up, and a button.
You found another one. I love that. That's so cute.
Out to Rochelle. There's another one. There's another one right there. I'll just keep finding buttons for ages. Another thing I like to put in here is if you use any sort of ruler. Rulers are one of those things where it's hard to travel with them because you're worried they're going to just snap in half. whether it's a little ruler or a big ruler, to have it in here is a good way to travel with it. So I use I have a square ruler that I'll put in here.
Yeah.
I'll also put in I have a longer one that I swear has gotten up and walked away, but it's my foundation paper piecing ruler that fits perfectly in here. So I can have my FPP patterns and fabrics, my ruler in here, and I know it's not going to break. It's all safe and sound. And again, this is all one thing that can travel together, and it's absolutely wonderful. And now I'm ready to go to Sewing Club on Saturday.
Yeah, and that pocket that Bethany just had her light board in and her rulers in, my favorite ruler, especially to travel with, is 6 by 12. So that fits in here just perfectly. But it's padded. That side of the tote bag is also just padded. It's padded on both sides. So that is super, super great. So you can carry all that stuff in there. Your rulers aren't going to snap in half.
I just added my rotary cutter, so I don't forget that as well. But yeah, no, I have put this in. So I have a bigger bag that I can put my sewing machine in, and then I slide this behind my sewing machine. So it's in another bag to consolidate. So I don't have so much to carry. I can put it in my backpack when I'm traveling. I mean, it's truly so easy to take your stuff.
It really is. And Sylvia just mentioned she really likes the bag, but she settled on making herself a bag, which I understand. We all think we can. That's the funniest thing for me, is because I'm oh, I'll make a bag. And then I just I'm never going to make a bag.
It's so not that I couldn't. It's just, will I make the time, right? Why would I? Now, I will tell you one thing I would love to do, and I would love to see what you guys come up with, is embellish and decorate this, because I feel like some of you could do some amazing things. And maybe that could be an upcoming live Melodies where we find different ways to embellish, whether it's embroidery or heat transfer vinyl or hand stitching something on, or scrappy fabrics. Truthfully, would love to see how you guys personalize and embellish. It's like having a blank canvas.
It kind of is.
So have fun. Let us know. If you do decorate your tote, we would love to see it. And we do have that wonderful Facebook group, the CutterPillar Creations Hub. Yeah. So you guys should go post it over there in that Facebook group with all of our other crafty friends that share all their creativity and start a new trend. I think that would be super fun.
So cute. Yes, that would be so fun. I think we should do that. I think we should all embellish our bags and see what we can come up with, because we've got tote bags for.
Catch.
Yes, we've got. That's so cute. We've got tote bags for our other sizes of light boards as well. So whether you have the mini bundle with the mini tote bag, we've got tote bags for our medium-sized light boards, our classic and our premiums. We've also got a big giant tote for our Glow Ultra, which is 19 by 26. And guys, all of those things are on special. They're all on sale right now. So if you already have some of these things and you aren't as with it as Sylvia is, and you haven't yet made your bag, but you do have the mini Glow, that you can get just the bag. But if you don't have any of these, guys, this travel bundle is really the best combination of products, especially coming up for summertime, for traveling, for Memorial Day weekend. I like to say that sometimes when I have to go to family functions and I'm not thrilled about it, I'll just bring this stuff with me and be oh, I've got to get some work done, because everyone knows I work in the crafting, quilting, sewing, paper crafting world, and I'm oh, I've just got to get a couple of things done. I'll just sit over here in the corner. Don't worry about me. I'm fine. And I'll just work on some stuff, because sometimes family is exhausting.
Yes. Sometimes you need a little mental break.
Sometimes you need a little mental break, for sure. So it's perfect for that. It's perfect for if I know so many people that we meet at these shows that get in their fifth wheels and they take off for the whole summer, or they take off for half of the year. This is a perfect one to have for that, because it doesn't take up a lot of space, but you have everything you need. You've got a light board with a cutting mat. You've got you've got 5 cutting mat sizes in this little 10 by 13 size, this little 9 by 13 size.
By the way,
5 different sizes.
On that little flip and fold, and I know we keep calling it mini and little, it's really not mini. It's just smaller than our bigger one. But when I take that to Sewing Club, I open it up all the way, set it on a table, and everybody gets to use it. And I've actually cut across from someone on the same mat, because it does get a good size. So
it does. It's really big. And then
sharing is caring.
I love sharing is caring. The other thing that I love about the flip and fold is if you're not traveling with it and you need to put it away, you can just put it on a shelf. You don't have to lean it up against something. You don't have to keep it out. You can put it away. You don't have any of that, because it's so compact. Both sizes of our flip and fold you can do that with, which is so amazing.
No, I love it. And I did link this bundle in the chat. So if you're interested in it now, you did make a really cool comment about how if you already have one of these 3 products, you can still get the other products that we're talking about in this bundle individually using the Memorial Day 25 code. However, you talked about some birthdays coming up. I think we all have a crafty friend with a birthday coming up. And so let's say you already have the mini elite board and you want the tote and the mini flip and fold or whatever it may be. It would be smart to get the bundle and then maybe gift your friend the product you have. Because
I love that idea.
I just think it's like, again, like if you're crafty and you want to support your friends' crafty hobbies as well, and you already love this product, why would you not share it with others? And what a great way, especially we all have a good deal. So what better way to get them that gift that you would love to give them with this code Memorial Day 25. So to me, I feel like the bundle is the way to go, whether you have one or 2 of the products, because you can absolutely gift them out to a friend, a crafty friend, or make a new crafty friend. I don't know. I just feel like
I love that idea.
It's a fun idea. If you need, It's hard to shop for people. And if you want to get them something they're going to use and they'll use it.
Right.
Anyways,
I think that's an amazing deal because the bundle is already on sale. So the bundle is discounted on the site. Then you can also use, you can use, what a better deal. They can use the coupon code. Yes. I mean, I can say Christmas is coming eventually. Birthdays are always coming. It's never too early to buy Christmas stuff, right?
Yeah.
It's funny. Sylvia said that she plans to use the light from the board as a light also, which just made me think of something because that's so true. So I keep one of our light boards next to my bed on the floor, and I like to do adult coloring books in bed. I mean, coloring books. I say that and someone made fun of me, but a way to decompress my brain before I go to sleep. And I always joke about how, because the lights are adjustable, if I'm mad at the hubby, I'll turn it on really bright to do my coloring. But if I'm not mad at the hubby, I'll keep it low so he can go to sleep.
It's the gauge of like your mood.
Yes, it's the gauges of my mood. That's when he knows whether to talk to me or not. But I have picked it up like when I've had to get up in the middle of the night, or my dad, who's 88, lives with us and he is in the basement. He wears this little thing around his neck where he pushes a button and it beeps upstairs. So we go running if he needs something. I have picked up that board, or I have hit the light on that board just so I don't trip over stuff and fall down in the middle of the night. So it's a great little night light as well.
Yeah. We had talked about, like, before we went live today, we were going to showcase the travel bundle and we threw in a little extra with the magnets, but I have to share one other little thing.
Yeah,
that I feel like pairs well with this bundle and travels really well. And that is the Flex Light. So if you haven't seen our Flex Light, this is a sewing machine light that will attach to the side of your machine. Let me just slide over here, actually. And by the way, I have extra cradles for all of my machines, so I can just attach it. And when I was in H&H, I took my sewing machine. I sewed in the hotel. I set up a whole little sewing station, and hotel lighting is the absolute worst. So to be able to use my Flex Light, and it's got all these bright light settings right there in the hotel on my sewing machine, made it possible for me to do all of this fun applique work to decompress. See, Melody colors and reads books to decompress. I sew more to decompress. We all have our biases. But this actually fits perfectly in this little tote. You can stick it in one of these little pockets and take it with you. And it's rechargeable and lasts a long time. So if you're looking for something like, I'm going to get the bundle, but what else should I add to take full advantage of our Memorial Day 25 discount code? If you don't have a Flex Light, what are you waiting for? It's amazing.
No, it's the best product. I've already decided, Bethany and I talked about this a couple of months ago when I got my tickets to the Backstreet Boys. That's going to be my light. So then I can use my camera to take pictures, and then I can use the Flex Light
drain your phone battery
in the crowd, and I won't drain my phone battery because I'm at the point where it's time to get a new phone, upgrade it, but I don't want to, so my battery drains really fast. So that's my plan now, and everyone's going to make fun of me.
I've used this for so many things. I know we've talked about it before. Like, I've used it in my car when I've dropped something between the seats and I can't find it. It's like the perfect little flashlight to get into dark places. I can set it up on the table and use it to do my nails. Like, there's so many things. And by the way, if you didn't know this, we just came out with a whole accessory kit for the Flex Light. So if you're over at our website, maybe check that out. We'll probably highlight that more. Oh, she's got it right there. She's got it.
We
It's
will.
still in its beautiful packaging too. Look how pretty that is.
We will highlight this again on one of our other lives during our Memorial Day series, but the accessory kit, it's really great. It makes it so multi-functional.
This original purpose and gives you endless options for how you can use it. Endless options.
It's Deborah, we are waiting for the accessory kits to ship as well. We're waiting for the high sign from the warehouse that they've shown up. They're supposed to be here any day now. Then they just need to count them and process them in, and then the orders are going to start shipping. So hopefully very, very soon. We're very excited.
You can go ahead and order the accessory kit though, right?
You can pre-order the accessory kits, and then it will just ship as soon as it's ready. And you can use that coupon for the new accessory kits too. You can.
I won't tell if you won't tell.
Yeah. You can use that.
Deborah says
so those of you
kids are amazing. She can't wait to
They are amazing. I want you also to know, for those of you, thank you, who have already pre-ordered the accessory kit, it is not a better discount now. It was a 20% off coupon for the accessory kits when we launched them. However, we put them on sale at 5% off first, and then you use that 20% off coupon. So it adds up to just about the same thing. So we didn't mess with that. We wanted to make sure, planning ahead that Memorial Day was coming up. But we wanted to launch those accessory kits as soon as we could, as soon as we had the imagery and everything done. So we're taking care of y'all. Yeah.
We get way too excited. All right. Well, you and I are going to be back on Friday for our block of the month sew along, which I kind of gave you guys a little sneak peek. It's with our laser cut quilt kits. This is the one I'm working on, and this is the one that I went through and appliqued in the hotel last week, and I cannot wait to show you guys this applique up close because I'm really happy with it. And then Melodee's holding up the one that she's working through. By the way, these are laser cut quilt kits that are available over on our website, and you should get one and start sewing along with us. We do a live once a month working on these, and our goal is to work through them and get them sewn up into a quilt. Hopefully by the end of this year. We'll see.
We'll see how we do.
That's lofty, but we'll see.
We'll get there.
We you know what? It's the accountability that matters. It's not the speed that we get there.
That is right, because that's the funny thing about it. Because it's like we talk about it all the time. We're like, what are we going to do for? Oh yeah, we have to do another block. We got to do another block. So I love that. Yeah.
So we've got that going on, and super excited to see you guys again on Friday for a fun little sew along. And then next week, we have a couple more lives that we're going to do all about Memorial Day, showcase some other products that we have on sale. But you can go ahead and see them all over on our website, by the way.
You can go see them all right now. We're also, though, sign up for our newsletter so you can get the email announcements. And make sure you join us for our lives next week, because yes, we're going to highlight the products. Some of our favorites, some of our best sellers, those kinds of things. But we're also going to hopefully give you some inspiration, show you some projects that you can use to make it before Memorial Day, for the summer, for the 4th of July coming up, all these kinds of things. So, join all of our lives for those kinds of things too. Yeah, we love that.
And next week we have an extra live that is a huge announcement that you guys are going to absolutely love. Like we wanted to announce it this week, but with the Memorial Day sale and we just wrapped up Mother's Day, we're like, it's too much at once. But it was really hard for us to push it out a week, but we did. But it's a huge announcement. I am so excited. I want to spill the tea as soon as possible, because I have a really hard time keeping good surprises to myself. Like, I want to just.
Yeah. I'm going to listen, Bethany, I'm going to just be quiet right now. And if you spill any of the tea, I'm going to pretend I didn't hear you, because it is an announcement and we don't want to mess with our plans, but it's going to be really awesome.
Give you a hint. Can I give them a hint?
I say, yeah.
Okay. Jana says, I can't believe there's more exciting stuff. Okay. Raise your hand.
Always, Jana. Always.
Raise your hand. Let us know in the chat if you joined us for our March live 3-day virtual event called the Handmade Collective that we did here on our YouTube and Facebook back in March. It was our first live virtual event that we did. It was a 3-day event where you got to learn, not just from Melodee and I, but so many other people in the sewing and crafting community. Leslie raised her hand, said she was there. Larry was there. I remember some of these names that were there.
Jana was there.
Said it was a blast. Well, let me just say that we have been working like busy little bees. And there is more to come in regards
And there's an announcement next time.
week.
Oh, Louise, that's so cute. That was the first time Louise learned of us. Thank you, Louise. I love that. That's so great.
Thank you. Anna says it was a blast. It was so much fun. We cannot wait to do it again. And so we might be spilling some tea on that next week. That's all I'm going to say.
That's it.
It's so good.
It's so good. All right, guys. We are so appreciative for those of you that joined us. Join us again on Friday for our block of the month, Sew Along. And join us next week. Sign up for the newsletter. Check us out on social media. Go get your mini travel bundle while they're all there, because this is the thing, guys. Now is the time to do it. There's a lot of confusion and a lot of crazy going on in getting our products right now. We don't know when our next shipments are going to come in. We're hoping to be able to get them out. There's a lot of congestion going on with everybody trying to get stuff out right this minute.
I don't know when we're going to be able to restock some of these things, but we don't want to not support you all in your crafty journey by not having these types of sales and promos when we can. Like, we are acting as business as normal, and you guys don't see what all goes on behind the scenes and the craziness that Melodee is dealing with when it comes to inventory and getting more product. And, there's just a lot, and it's not just us. Company,
everybody,
especially in the sewing, crafting, quilting industry, are feeling this pain and pinch right now. So your continued support of what we do means the world to us, and we want to continue to support what you're doing. And we don't really want to focus on it and talk about it too much. But to Melodee's point, when we run these kind of promos, it's like, okay, well, we hope we can keep doing these as long as we have inventory. We will still do these. And so just know that we are continuing to support you and come to you, and we appreciate all of your love and support of what we're doing with our small business and the impact that we have with you and your crafting. It really is what keeps us going.
And we also want to tell you exactly what's going on. Like you know what I mean? There's challenges going on. There's a lot of logistical challenges happening right now. And just, as soon as we think we have it figured out, we're ready to do a thing, something changes and we're not ready to do a thing, or somebody else who's a bigger business than us takes a spot that we thought we had to either ship things or manufacture things or anything. Like, it's a lot. We're working through it
right now.
We're good. It's fine. We're good. We're figuring it all out. We're still working through all of it. So it's totally fine. But if we run out of product, I don't know how long it might take to get some back. So, like, guys, get your stuff. Like, that's all I wanted to say. Just like, get your stuff. Just get your stuff. And you deserve it.
Guy from Frozen, and I can never do the accent, but it's when he's having like his big summer blowout. That's what I keep thinking. The big summer blowout.
The little Olaf guy? No.
The guy that runs the shop.
Oh, I don't know.
Shop, and then it gets really warm, and then he brings out all the summer stuff, and then she freezes everything again, and he's like, got all this summer stuff, and he's like, big summer blowout, because it's all icy again. That's what I keep thinking of. Please,
that's funny.
Tell me I'm not crazy, but I keep hearing his voice in my head every time we talk about our Memorial Day sale, because it really is kicking off summer. We're having a big summer blowout. We've never done a discount this seat before. Product wide for CutterPillar. So, I mean, this is a really big opportunity to treat yourself, to treat a friend, to get what you need to continue crafting and sewing and quilting or whatever you're doing.
For all summer long.
These products definitely are a bonus to elevate your experience, to help you have better end result with what you're making, enjoy the process better, take out some of those frustrations and struggles you may be having. It is a problem-solving product. All of our products are, and they truly work so well together for whatever you're doing. And what I love the most is people coming to us and saying, well, I got it for this, but now I use it for all these other things. It would impact my world, and it does. So I'm excited for you all to try them out and appreciate your patience as we get new stuff in, roll new stuff out, and do our best to keep inventory available for you all. So do not sit on this. Run and go get and take advantage of our Memorial Day 25 code discount. And I hope you guys do that. And we'll see you on Friday.
Come back on Friday. We'll have a sew along on Friday, guys.
All right.
Thank you all. Thanks for coming today, and we will see you all in a couple of days.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.